Theo is an American comedian, podcast host, and television personality known for his unique storytelling style and quick wit. Vaughn's comedic style revolves around his Southern upbringing, personal anecdotes, and observations about everyday life, which sometimes we question how crazy his stories are. He gained further popularity as the host of his own podcast called This Past Weekend and The King and the Sting with Schaub. Recently, Theo announced he's no longer going to be doing The King and the Sting podcast with Schaub, but will continue to pursue other adventures.
So what happened to the King and the Sting podcast? It's no longer?
The King and the Sting podcast. Yeah, the podcast is still going. I'm just not. I'm not doing
cool.
it.
You and Brandon are cool though, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. We just honestly, man, I didn't have enough attention really to focus.
Yeah.
Like I like my own podcast, and we have a unique kind of audience, I think.
Yeah.
And I think I wanted to be able to. I feel a lot more in touch with this now.
Yeah.
Like it's important to me.
Yeah.
And it was still important, but it was just a lot to try and juggle.
Yeah. I liked the Gringo Poppy actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I think people give Brennan so much flack, and I think that's one of the reasons I admire him in some ways.
Yeah.
Is how you could withstand so much disdain from people, or fake disdain.
Yeah. It's pretty psychotic.
The name The King is actual short for the Rat King, which Brendan likes to call Theo, because he set his mullet, and his large nose made him look like a rat. This was right after Theo said Brendan looks like he got stung by 200 bees.
I had an uncle, and he had so much hair on his neck he would gel it down for church because he didn't want to shave it off because it was his hair. And it was like a thing against God.
You gel down the sides, huh?
Oh, he gel his whole neck hair down.
You might want to gel you basically got a ducktail.
Oh, dude,
a ducktail hanging out the back.
I look like shit, man, But nobody expects anything out of me. That's the best thing.
You don't think
you show up, people look, people ask, where's the honey, guy? That's obviously been...
Where's the honey?
You look like you've been stung by bees, bro, all the time.
Why are you saying I'm bloated?
Doesn't he, Chin?
Do I look bloated?
Bro, it looks like you try to drink honey right out the hive and a bunch of bees got you, bro.
Wait, are you saying I'm swole or I'm fucking bloated?
You're swole for sure, dude. I'd be swole too if fucking 200 bees were babysitting my face all the time. You look like you got fucking stung by a bunch of bees, dude.
Bro.
Where do you live at, bro? In a comb? You got to tighten up, bro. You're going to get diabetes, dude.
Bro, what the fuck, dude?
Come on, man.
What the fuck?
You got to tighten up, bro. You got that bee syndrome or whatever it
you
is.
look like you hang out with rats.
Bro, I look like shit.
Bro, you look like the Rat King. What the fuck you talking about?
Whatever, bro.
You have a mullet.
This ain't a mullet, dude.
You look malnourished, bro.
Okay, I'll agree to that.
I'll agree to that.
I'm on some bad diets,
bro.
dude.
But not the cool Master Splinter one, Like you have no other choice.
Oh, yeah. Like the one in that Christmas play? Like that one?
Yeah, it's not cool, man.
And Nutcracker, the Rat King and Nutcracker.
Oh. You look like the leader of the people in Vegas who sleep underground. There's a community underground? You look like the voice of the underground.
I look like I run the underground Airbnbs.
Like they have to check in with you. Because you kind of got your shit together, and now you have a belt, so it makes you official.
Let me see what key. Let me get your key here.
And then you just have this giant fucking rat that everyone fucking admires.
Don't pet the Playboy. That's what I'm going to make a shirt that says that on the back. Don't pet the Playboy, dude. Well, the scary part is I start to think, is this the best I'm going to look,
Yeah, I'm going downhill myself. Yeah. I got another year before people are like, oh, shit. Schaub's falling off like a motherfucker.
When Callan's been falling apart, man, bless his heart, dude. I saw him the other day. And, man, I don't know if they're not. I mean, I thought he was looked like he just went to an early movie. He looked like a senior, And it was just weird. I caught him at a glimpse, and I was like, oh, wow.
Yeah, if the light hits his face right, you're like, oh shit.
Yeah. Somebody get this guy some Jell-O.
Someone get this guy a nice warm mask and some cucumbers to relax, Well,
a lot of it's stress. I think a lot of his skin falls off of his body a lot, it seems like, because of stress.
You ever seen that movie Death Becomes Her? Where they take that potion and that makes them stay alive forever, but their body can't keep up with it, so they're falling apart. Like they have to spray paint their skin and shit. You ever seen Death Becomes Her?
Is it cool?
Hell yeah, it's a classic.
Really?
Fuck yeah.
Never heard of it.
Death Becomes Her?
Death Becomes Her is a classic, bro.
Dude, classic, bro.
A classic what, dude?
Movie! Death Becomes Her?
Yeah, for who?
For the world. Oh my God. Meryl Streep?
Oh, I love Meryl Streep, dude.
Well, Death Becomes Her, one of her biggest movies.
Dude, I'd me too with Meryl Streep, bro. If she came on to me, I wouldn't do it the other way. But I'd watch her jerk off into a plant.
Oh, wow.
Some fans speculated that the reason Theo Von has decided to leave is to distance himself from all of the controversies around Brendan and his crew Bryan Callen and Chris D'Elia. Brendan and Bryan has most recently been involved in harassing Bobby and his ex-girlfriend. Then before that, Bryan Callen has been involved with some misconduct allegations. Chris has also been accused of some minor misconduct allegations.
4 women have accused the Goldberg star Bryan Callen of sexual assault and misconduct. Mad TV alum Katherine Tigerman claimed in an explosive report from the Los Angeles Times published Friday that Callen raped her more than 20 years ago when they were both up-and-coming actors. Tigerman and Callen first became acquainted because her father, actor Bill Fiore, cast Callen in a New York City theater production in the mid-90s, and the pair reconnected upon Tigerman's move to Los Angeles several years later. Tigerman recalled having dinner with Callen to celebrate a role she'd booked and described feeling disoriented at the restaurant after drinking half a glass of wine. According to Tigerman, she and Callen then agreed to go to a movie and stopped at his home above the Sunset Strip on their way, where she alleges he pushed her down on the bed and had sex with her despite her saying no repeatedly. Multiple people in Tigerman's life, including her husband and a close friend, confirmed to the Times that she had told each of them separately about her alleged experience with Callen. A woman named Rachel Green also claimed to the paper that Callen pinned her against a dressing room wall and forcibly kissed her in an American Apparel store in Pittsburgh when she was an employee there in 2009. One of her co-workers told the Times that she recalls Green confiding immediately to multiple colleagues about the alleged encounter. In addition, Claire Ganshert told the Times about her alleged 4-year affair with Callen that began in 2012 after she met the actor while working as a barista at a New York City coffee shop. Ganshert claimed she did not know at the time Callen was married and that he offered to help her acting career. Ganshert alleged that Callen once told her women have a, quote, biological primal desire to be raped, which Callen denied to the Times. Ganshert shared that she sought therapy after her relationship with Callen ended, and she realized she'd felt he'd taken advantage of their power dynamic and 20-year age difference. The most recent allegation against Callen comes from comedian Tiffany King, who claims he offered her stage time and money in exchange for oral sex in 2017 when she was struggling with a contentious divorce and child custody battle. King shared her experience in a one-woman show she performed earlier this year, the Times noted, and 2 female comedians told the paper that King had recounted the story to them, while another comic claimed to the paper that Callen and King were never alone together on the night of the alleged incident. In response to the Times story, Callen denied all allegations of sexual assault and misconduct, saying in a statement to the publication, quote, "Let me be very clear. I have never raped, forced myself upon any woman, nor offered to trade stage time for sex. Ever. I know the truth, and I can only hold my head up high, remain true to myself, my family, my audience, and know that I will not allow the cancel culture to subvert what I know, and as importantly, what they know is the truth." Tigerman recalled auditioning with Callen years after he allegedly raped her, an experience which she struggled with emotionally, telling the paper that she was prompted to come forward with her story after Callen publicly defended friend Chris D'Elia, who in recent weeks denied multiple claims of knowingly pursuing underage girls. Tigerman, now 44, left entertainment in 2013 after suffering organ failure while in labor with her first child, a trauma which she told the Times was compounded by her memory of Callen's alleged actions. Tigerman explained how her motivation to lend support to other women with similar stories gave her more confidence to speak out, saying, quote, "So when Bryan's name started coming up on Twitter last month, for the first time in 20 years, I started feeling relief. Oh, I'm not by myself in this. I finally feel powerful against him. And if I can give that feeling to somebody else, that would be great."
All of these are pretty serious, and though some of these are still being investigated, it makes the theory of Theo leaving the podcast more likely. After Theo's departure, the King And the Sting podcast was replaced by The Golden Hour with Chris D'Elia and Eric Griffin. Maybe one day in the future we will hear the real reasons why Theo left the podcast, but for now all we can do is speculate, which is probably more fun. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.